That didn't sound very good.
So big.
What's up, guys? This is Multi24 Gaming, and I am here with another Extreme Landings video. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be flying the Concorde in the cockpit from Munich to Frankfurt. So this is a double requested video. Somebody requested that we take the Concorde only in the cockpit and do a flight with full load, full everything, and somebody else requested that we go from Munich to Frankfurt. So I will be doing both of those in one, as we will be in the cockpit on our way from Munich to Frankfurt. And I want also to let people know, I'm going to stop doing the requested videos for flights from one place to the other, or like in cockpit flights. I will make videos for people who are having trouble with different parts of extreme landings, such as landing with a gear missing or something like that, and even then I can just comment. But I've managed to get at least 30 requests of different flights from different places to another place, and I can't keep up with it. So as of right now, I'm not going to I'm going to continue with all the requests I've already accepted and begun recording, but after that I'm going to be finished with one place to another requests. And we're going to go to Flight Simulator, and here's our aircraft, Concorde, as most people call it, but in the game it's just basically called the R-145S, as it says down here. Here's the setup specs. I put the fuel all the way, passengers all the way, load all the way, because that's what this guy requested, and no failure rates. And here we are from Munich to Frankfurt. Now, this is going to be a fairly long trip, because it is a long flight, and there's really nothing to say halfway through it. So I will speed it up, either speed it up or cut to the landing part, because those are the really only interesting parts. So we're going to confirm that, and we are going to start at the very beginning, at the takeoff. So let's just load ourselves there. Alright, we're in the cockpit of our Concorde, and I'll pull ourselves out for a second just so we can see the situation we're in. Here it is. As you can see, let me just turn my brightness up a bit. It looks like it's sunrise, just barely, or perhaps sunset, but this looks more like a sunrise, wouldn't you guys say? And we're going to go back into the cockpit here. Here's our little gadgets. Right here's where it's going to tell us about our engines. Here's most of our instruments. As you can see, it's actually rather, it's not the most modern cockpit of the game. As you can see down here, here's our satellite, and I believe we had a map here. Maybe that was a different one. Anyway, we're going to start our engines up, so just like this. And if you don't know how to do this, please check out my Flight Simulator walkthrough videos. They basically direct everything that we do and show you exactly how to do them. Alright, so we've got our engines on. Let's just take a look at the map and see. We're heading in this way, so we'll just have to switch the autopilot, just alter it a few degrees. I don't think we can edit these yet while we're on the ground. Alright, and we are going to floor it, because there's really nothing else to do. Of course, you could check the flaps and stuff, but to be honest, they're fine since we have no faults right now. As you can see, we are already at 150 knots. This plane can probably take off now. To anyone who's had confusion about what the nose of the Concorde actually does, I will enlighten you a bit. I don't think it has anything. Okay, so it does have to do with aerodynamics. Basically, what the deal is that they want the plane to be as aerodynamic as possible, but the pilot needs to be able to see while landing and taking the plane off. So they made it so the aerodynamic nose can be moved. So let's see, that's 309. Let's just adjust that. So it can be moved out of the pilot's face when he's trying to take off and land. So we're taking off. I'd still prefer to be able to see out the cockpit. Let's get up to about, I'd say, 10,000 feet. That's usually my little standpoint. And of course, put the speed as high as it can go. Oh yes, oh yes, come to Papa. All the way to... It doesn't actually get that high, but it gets pretty dang close. And we don't really need to mess with that. I can choose how quickly I think we're going to ascend. Or autopilot can, at least. And here we are. Appears we're going into some clouds here. Can't really see very well out of this. But as we have autopilot taken over, we can, I believe, put the nose back up. And now our plane will be able to speed up quite a bit faster. Anyway, so as we are up here and in the cockpit, I mean, we can look around the cockpit, I suppose. There's not much to see. I actually prefer the cockpit of the airliner and the double-decker, because you can actually look behind you and stuff, and for some reason I feel like there's a lot more freedom involved. So I'm gonna head to the map, and as you can see here, we've got a good long way to go. And I'm gonna hit time. And that should take care of our flight. As you can see, we're going. Oh, everybody, we have forgotten to put our gear up. See, that's the thing about when you're in the cockpit, is you forget to do stupid things like that because you can't see the gear. I will never be a very... Oh, we just hit the speed of sound right there. A very good pilot if I accidentally make a 2,000-mile journey with the gear down. As you can see, our plane is speeding up much faster, and it will speed up faster still as we're going to speed time up. Once we get to about the center, oh, here we are, just change that by 1, boom. Our new, I just barely made a video that actually showed me landing the airliner with only autopilot. And I can tell you that was terrifying, but it happened. Only autopilot, so I slowed the plane down, I did everything with autopilot. Alright, we're gonna bring the nose back down so we can actually see what's going on. We're gonna apply the reverse thrusters. As you see, we're gaining on the airport here. Now we're able to see what the heck is going on. And we're gonna have to pick an airfield or a runway to land on. I'll pick one of these two. It's extremely hard to land with this nose, even though it's, I mean, you can barely see through this window. It's very, very hard to land. To be honest, for the past 3 years, this is where I've lived. I moved back to America very recently, but Frankfurt's my home. In my whoa, 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 whoa! Watch the feet! Watch the feet! Watch how! Wow! That was close. That didn't sound very good. All right, let's take a look. Oh, brother. So I know how to land in quite a few situations, but I'm not really, I don't really have much experience in landing with only the frontal landing gear. Well, there really is... Oh, maybe we could land with this and this. You know what? Let's try it. Let's see if it's even possible to land with only the front landing gear and that little back little peg. Oh, that didn't sound good. No. Supposedly not. Alrighty, decreasing. We have our reverse thrusters on and our air brake on. But, seems we're still speeding up. Or actually, we're at a... We're staying still now. Nope, we sped up a knot. Gosh darn you. Pull up slightly.
1,000.
And
500.
Almost there. We do have our gear down, yep. Watch our feet here. That's what kind of screwed us over last time. How close we are to the runway. Still decreasing by a couple feet a second. But I believe
50,
the runway is there. I just
30,
can't see it very well. Alright, there it is. Alright, we're gonna take a chance. There we go. Very nice. Full reverse thrusters, full air brake. This plane stops on a dime when it's on the ground. It's definitely a plus when it comes to it. And there we have it. We have landed the Concorde in Frankfurt, Germany. We stay in the cockpit the entire time. Full load, full passengers. There was something else. What was the other thing? It was oh yeah, full fuel. Which I suppose is definitely adds weight to the airplane. And we flew from Munich to Frankfurt. So I would say that's pretty good success. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will do my best to answer any of your questions in the comments. If you've got any questions on what to do, perhaps when you've lost both rear landing gear, I would suggest that you just enjoy the crash, because there's no getting out of that. Bye, guys.